Husband won't get a vasectomy and it's tearing us apart. How do we make this work? I've never actually posted on Reddit before, but here it goes. I apologize for spelling or grammar. We have just had twins. We knew we had only wanted one, but instead we got two, and I nearly died in childbirth. It was extremely traumatic. I'm now in weekly therapy for postnatal PTSD and PPD. I also have physical therapy from torn abdominal muscles from the pregnancy and much more. I love my girls, but it's been very hard. For the last 5 months, I have asked my husband if he would get a vasectomy. I cannot get hormonal birth control, health reasons, and just the idea of getting anything inserted now, due to the trauma, literally makes me vomit. I'm given laughing gas and anxiety meds just to get checkups now. And it just so happens that the twins were created from a broken condom. My husband's response has been, "I will later," until 2 days ago, when I asked him and he yelled that he would never get it done. We have not had sex since the birth. Well, once, but that was traumatic on its own. I asked him why, and he didn't have an answer and just told me to drop it. I told him we wouldn't be having sex again then, and he just looked at me flabbergasted. I've moved to the guest bedroom because he's been flirting and trying to initiate contact with me since I said this. Honestly, it's his body. But I'm not sure I can stay with him when he clearly has no care or appreciation for what my body or my mental state did to bringing our children into this world. I love him, but this really feels like a lacking in his love for me, and I'm not sure I can forgive him for it. How do I explain to him that the idea of him simply being able to get me pregnant again makes my skin crawl and nausea to nearly choke me? That sometimes when he touches me as much as I enjoy it, gives me goosebumps, and not in a good way. I tried once before and I literally cried quietly into the pillow the whole time because the fear and anxiety was so acute. I didn't tell him this because I didn't want him to feel guilty. This isn't going away anytime soon. Maybe the PPD will fade, but the PTSD is something I will likely be working through with my thesaur for years. How do I explain this to him? How do I rectify our relationship with this if we can't have sex? Is this even worth attempting to rectify? Because to me, it really feels like he doesn't care about me since I constantly makes it clear that he doesn't want any more kids. Edit, I was told to add this to my post. I cannot mentally or physically medically have any invasive surgical contraceptive procedures done in the near or foreseeable future, as stated by multiple OBGYNs. No, I am not going to go any more into depth on my medical history or why. Yes, my husband knows this and have heard this stated by my doctors. I have also had a traumatic incident prior to the birth of my twins with a copper IUD that needed to be removed surgically. Edit 2. He will not go to therapy. His parents were the SAR, and it has left a bad taste for therapy. He refuses. Final edit. Honestly, I read a lot of responses. Almost all of them, I would say. And there were the middle ground people and the "you can't force him" people, and the "your husband doesn't care about you" people. I wasn't forcing him. I was begging him for empathy over what I did and gave up to bring our children into this world. For a show of caring for the trauma it left me, and to know that he would be there for me in sickness and in health. He has stated so many times that he does not want more children, even that we have one too many now. I'm also not punishing him by withholding sex, clearly do not understand PTSD, or most importantly, that my body isn't his, and he does not have a right to sex with me. I cannot withhold something that is no his. I'm going to take some time away from my husband, because honestly reading these responses have not given me any more insight into why he would be willing to risk my health and mental state to avoid a vasectomy. When I know if the situations were reversed, I would do that for him. And frankly, have. When I attempted to get a copper IUD because he didn't like the feeling over condoms early on in our relationship, even though I was scared, and it left me passed out on the floor of the doctors from pain, and then 2 days later in the emergency room because it had done damage and I was bleeding excessively. This isn't the man I married, or I didn't think it was. Otherwise, I would have never risked all that I did for him, or given all these years to him. And since this is a constant thing coming up, as stated in multiple comments and in my last edit, I cannot get my tubs tied both for mental emotional reasons and medical physical reason, as made clear to me by 2 separate OBGYNs. And to all the men here telling me that him getting a vasectomy won't help and saying if I leave him, I'd never find anyone who would take me. Thanks. I'm bi, and I certainly would never date a man again. Update. I just found this account, so if anyone cares, here's an update. We are weeks from our official divorce. It was a deal breaker for, and a lack of care for my personal and mental well-being, a disrespect towards what I'd given up to have our children. I couldn't get over it. He kept trying to pretend it wasn't as bad as it was, but inevitably, much like you all said, it was his choice. And this was mine. I am unfortunately considering filing some sort of restraining order, however, as he had been making accounts to talk sense into me through most of my socials. I actually hadn't reread my post in a year and got to the end and had a good laugh. I am actually currently dating a lovely woman. It's only been a few weeks, but we knew each other from college and just reconnected a month ago. It's going very slow. I have twins, but she's been a saint, honestly. To come back to my post topic, it is life-changing for my stress to know that she cannot get me pregnant. Not that we've been very intimate yet. Anyway, not sure anyone cares, but there it is. I'm in a much better place than I was. I feel better. My twins are happy, and we've been co-parenting decently well other than the social media thing. Edit. I think I'm going to step away now. But my advice: don't let your partners use you as a human shield for all the physical repercussions of reproduction. Partnership is a give and take of equal sacrifices, and that's not the case if he is all too comfortable for you to be the only one taking on the physical sacrifice. We do enough bringing children into the world. You're not expecting too much for him to be willing to take the same risks he expects of you. I'm happy and healthy. My twins are happy and healthy. Thanks for all your well wishes. What do you guys think? Let's discuss in the comments. Follow and like for more stories.